Right, in this video we'll look at placing the boundary, bearing and distance tag on the property line, but most importantly changing its size. Revit straight out of the box for residential work at 1 to 100 on A3 sheets. A lot of the annotations and everything can be a little bit big, so we've got to adjust them, and that's just most of the time that's just a simple case of opening up the annotation family and changing it. So let's go through that process with the bearing tag, the boundary tag, and you can see how in some cases it's a pretty easy thing to do. Now here we've got in this project a property line, and if we go to tag the boundary, we'll go up to the tag by category and we'll come down near it. When you tag, by the way, boundaries and stuff, turn off the leader, you don't need it, and we'll place it there. Naturally this tag would be better outside the site. If possible, always run tags like this outside the site. All your vital information's in here. It's no use cluttering it up with something that doesn't need to be inside the site. Now that particular tag is fairly big. I think it's 3mm in size, and we can bring that down to 2mm for residential work on A3 at 1 to 100. Now if we click on it, we'll find that this is actually a family. It has properties over here and not much in the way of editing the type except for a leader arrow. So let's open up the family and investigate it. You can either double click on it or click on this edit family button up here. Now if we have a look at the family types, we'll see that there are no family types for this, and we've got two labels in the family. One is the bearing label, so let's have a look at that. If we go to edit this label, we'll see that it's brought up a parameter name called bearing, and the sample value that it shows you in the family is the word bearing. You can change this to anything you want. Sometimes I change this to the longest possible word or number text that could be in the box. It's just so long as I can make sure that the box is long enough. And this one's much the same, except it calls up a parameter called distance. Now in order to change the text styles of these, when you click on this you'll find that it's a label and it's called a 3mm label. Are there any others? No. Now that might surprise you. You might have expected to see all your different text types from your project come in here, but remember, this is a family we're looking at here, not a project, and families are built very light and they don't contain anything they don't need to, so the family can stay quite small in size. So we have to make a new one using the old one as a base, which will be 2mm. So let's edit the type, and there we are. It's almost like a normal text thing. So let's duplicate it, as we should do every time. Duplicate, then change. So we'll call this 2mm. Text size 2mm, and hit the OK. And the bearing word has become smaller. At this stage you could move this text box further away from that one or whatever. The end result is, whatever appears in these text boxes will be a certain distance from the other one there. Now how do we get this one to change? Well, now you've made that 2mm type, there it is. But I'll show you a different way as well. I'll Control Z so we go back, and up here you have what's called the match types. Now that's a shortcut of MA. So if I press MA and I come down there here, see how the little paintbrush is empty at the moment on there, the cursor. If I come down there here, the paintbrush is full. It's got some property values. I'll come to this one now and click it, and it's applied those values. And I could keep clicking lots of other things until I click nowhere, and then it empties. So that was two ways of bringing the same properties over from that to that one. And now you could save this off as yourself into your computer, calling it bearing distance 2mm tag. But you know what, this one's so quick and easy to change every time. Or you could keep it in a family, or you can keep it in a project template. So let's load it into the project, and I want to load it into this one. And when we hit the OK, it will come up with this. Now that's because the family already exists somewhere. Do I want to overwrite the existing version? Yes. Do I want to overwrite it and its parameter values? This is the one I normally change, because this delves right down into all the values of the parameters. So I'll change that, and bingo, we've now got a 2mm boundary and bearing distance tag. And whenever we call up that tag now, that's what it will be, a 2mm. So there you have a quick and simple way to edit an annotation family, in this case a tag, that makes it a lot better and makes the final product look a lot better. And that's what you should be doing all the time, trying to sweeten and finesse the way your Revit output looks, and your plans will be a lot better for it. Okay, so that's it for that.